Hey, what's up everyone? This is Johnny from johnnyfd.com, and here in front of me I have the new Roost 2.0 as well as the original Roost. I love both of them, and let me tell you the pros and cons of each and who I think this is for. So first off, I started as a digital nomad years ago, so I make my full-time living traveling, working from my laptop, so it's really important for me to be able to be productive. And having a Roost, any Roost, whether it's this brand new one or the original one, has really helped with things like back strain or neck strain and being able to let me work longer and be more productive. So this is the original Roost. It looks pretty cool, pretty mechanical. I was pretty lucky. I bought this off of Kickstarter, when the first Roost came out. And even though I didn't actually need the second Roost, because this still works perfectly fine, I figured why not jump on board, support the company that I'm really proud of, but also to have a backup just in case. And part of it just I was curious. So if you haven't used a Roost at all yet, normally when you're on your computer, you're kind of crouched down, you're looking down, and this is just like my normal type position if I'm on my laptop. And if you take a look, my neck is always going to be strained, versus having something on a stand, I can basically look forward, I can type like this. So it's just so much better in every aspect. So let's take a look at the new Roost, and then I'll show you the old one so you can kind of see the pros and cons of it. So I didn't read the instructions because that's not really what I do, but it was pretty intuitive to open. I basically just slid it down, and right away, it's actually in position. So you can actually put your laptop on here straight away. But there are also 3 settings now. So this white clip, this lets you move it down or up. So I always have it in the middle setting, which just rests there. So if you can see it, right over here, there is an empty slot now. And the reason why I have it here is because it's just kind of the perfect height. And I'll put my laptop on this in a second so you can see what height it's going to be at. So the laptop will go in here and it'll basically rest up. But it's cool. There's 3 settings. And then to put it back up, you would have to basically just hold the clip and you kind of just push it back together. So now that I've been using it for a few days, it's very intuitive. If anything, I think if you've never used the first model, this would actually be very easy to figure out, just because it's kind of a no-brainer. What's also nice is now this works for every size laptop. So whether you have a 13-inch MacBook Air, or you have a MacBook Pro that's 15-inch, or you have a Windows PC, this will fit without adjusting things. On this old one, there are these pins that you have to take out, which I've never done and I never will, because it's very easy to lose the pins and it's kind of just a pain. So when they're closed, you can tell the old 1.0 version is made out of aluminum. And it's pretty cool. It's kind of a cool industrial design, while the new one is just plastic. But I think it's a good thing, to be honest. I mean, even though I kind of like that it's in aluminum, this is slightly lighter, just from what I can tell. It is actually a little bit thicker if you compare them side by side. So they're pretty much the exact same height, but thickness-wise, the new one is a little bit thicker, and you can see it almost if you put it right there. You can see that it kind of protrudes out a little bit. And here's another angle for that. So it basically covers the entire thing if you're going in that direction. And I would say is it any wider? Let me see. And they're almost about the same width. To be honest, you're not going to notice the difference when it's in your pack. They're both super light and they fold up. Just to be super nitpicky, let me open back up this old one. I think I got so used to this opening up and that satisfying click, which I really enjoyed. Of the first design, but super industrial compared to this new version, which is going to be, I think, a lot more user friendly, to be honest. So I think, it's one of those things where the everyday person is going to enjoy the second one much more, but you don't really get that satisfying click anymore. You get it basically just snaps in place. but as you can see them kind of side by side, they can go to the same height because there's different adjustments. This old one didn't have any adjustments at all. And I think I loved this Roost so much that I just kind of feel nostalgic to it. But if you think about it, there's not really any way they could have really mass produced this. This is why it was so hard to get for so long. While this new one, I'm assuming that the way that they've designed it is going to be much easier for them to get it into hands of everyone. And because it's just one size, it makes it a lot easier as well. Now, one thing that you'll also notice is once I clip my laptop in, it rests completely different. So let me show that to you right now. All right, so I just switched over to my iPhone just to make it a little bit easier to hold it and show you all this. So here is the new Roost, and I'm doing this one-handed, and you can see all you have to do is put that in on there, and it just leans back. So now you have this at perfectly eye level. One nice thing about the new version 2 is if you wanted to, you can actually just close the lid. So if you want to go out for lunch or you just want to close it, you can close the lid, and you can see it rests super nicely. It kind of just gently rests on here. So it's actually a very good design. I'm sure maybe this was harder to make in the beginning, or they didn't think of it because it's a pretty ingenious design. But on the original one, it goes in completely different. So let me show that to you now. So on the original Roost, you actually can't rest it there because it just slides down. So you see these little plastic clips here. You actually have to clip the back of the laptop into this. And now that I haven't done this in a while, I think I got used to it, so it wasn't a big deal. But if you think about it, it's pretty barbaric. You basically slide that here, and you slide this little clam thing here. And this is it's pretty much impossible to do with one-handed. But you can see, basically you just slide it there, and you just let it rest. So actually I have to put my phone down for a second just so I can secure it in. But you have this little plastic clip that is basically folded and bent, that's resting on there. And the bottom here just kind of dangles. And in the beginning you think, this is gonna fall, this is gonna break. And I think that's one of the reasons why they changed it, because so many people were scared of it. In fact, nothing's ever happened. It's actually very secure. It can support a lot of weight, but I can see why people don't like that. And also you can't close it. Oops, well, there you go. It says, don't close it right over here. Do not close laptop while on stand. And it's because it'll fall off, just like I mentioned, and maybe this clip might even break off. So, goodbye, Roost 1.0. You were fantastic. You were the best design ever when someone made it, when you first came out. But unfortunately, well, I guess more fortunately, the new version blows you out of the way, out of the water. It's it's just a better laptop stand. So I'm really glad that Roost did it. You might think this looks cool. I hate it because you have to stare at it every single day. So I'm gonna see if I can take this off actually. Here we are. Here is my Sharpie, and let's see. This will just come off. And voila, no more Kickstarter edition. It's almost like staring at like Lexus of Daly City while you're trying to work every day. So I'm glad that's off now. But aside from that, love this stand. It's something you can put on one-handed. It just rests there. It fits all size laptops now. It is just a better design overall. So if you haven't gotten one, I highly recommend it. I mean, it's gonna save your butt. Look at the angle that you're gonna be at. That's so much better for your neck and your back than it would be if you were crouched down on your laptop. And I promise you, once you start using it, you'll never go back. All right, if you guys want to follow more of my digital nomad entrepreneur journey, just go to johnnyfd.com.